Hello again and welcome to the Trollcast Final Boss. We are here today at Chad's house.
Yep.
Bringing you an early edition.
Who's on here
it's going to
today,
come to you at the exact same time.
Who's on here today?
Fat Tile 124 right here on the mic.
Oh,
check 1, check 2 on the ones and twos. We got Jossum to my right.
Hey guys, just chilling with the G. Chilling.
Birthday boy over here.
Yesterday was my birthday and tomorrow is Chad's birthday, actually.
What?
Whatever.
It's a bunch of birthdays.
But this is recorded on Saturday, so...
Yeah, so it's like sandwiched right in between all the birthdays, but yeah.
That's how we do.
Yeah, so instead of going out and partying, we're
in here
podcasting for you guys because we love everybody.
And we appreciate you
And then
guys.
to my left is my main man, Raccoon Chad.
Yep. AKA C-Unit. C-Unit? Yes.
Who calls me that?
I do.
When did you start
In my
calling
heart. I always have.
Okay.
Coonit.
Okay.
I didn't say it. Yeah, but today we're gonna, talk about video game movies. But before we do that, Chad, what games have you been playing, man?
I actually just played Aliens Colonial Marines.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How was that experience?
I played it for 30 minutes and felt really sick, and I stopped playing it.
Yeah.
Sick.
Just
Your
the,
stomach?
just the campaign. I mean, it's just...
Is there multiplayer?
Yeah, there's multiplayer.
Really?
Have
Yeah.
you tried any of the multiplayer?
I haven't
yet?
tried the multiplayer yet.
Yeah, I haven't heard any positive things about that game yet.
The aesthetic is really nice, though. Like, it's almost spot on. Like, it's pretty accurate. That's pretty much it.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
What do you mean by the aesthetic? Like the feel?
Yeah, like the look of it. Like, it totally looks like it's a direct sequel to Aliens. Like,
Okay.
It looks perfect.
Okay.
So,
I
It's
see.
just, it doesn't play well.
yeah, the gameplay is just awful. Like, and the dialogue was so funny. Like, the general in the first 10 minutes is like, we don't leave any Marines behind. And then, like, later on the intercom when he's talking to you, he's like, don't be a hero, damn it. And I'm just like, what do you want me to do? Like, what are you, like, a crazy girlfriend? Like, Jesus, tell me what you want and I'll do it.
Just give me orders. Dad.
Yeah, just tell me what to do.
Word.
Yeah, so, and it's just a bad game. The enemies are dumb.
Yeah, let me know when you get to the exosuit part, because I've only
I'm
heard
probably not
terrible
going to play it
things.
again. Like,
Ever again?
Seriously, like, that was a poor investment, and I feel like, no, I'm not pre-ordering
I'm
it
really
again.
glad I skipped out on that.
Yeah.
I placed my pre-order for Metal Gear Rising. It comes out on Tuesday. I am so excited to be able to report on that for next week.
Yeah.
'Cause,
Should definitely let us know how that is.
Yeah, maybe a new review.
Whoa.
Whoa.
That's a
Ballsy statements.
I like
Uh-oh,
that.
it's on a
that.
podcast.
I like that. I like that. I fucking like this guy.
Yeah.
What else you been playing, man?
Antechamber.
Okay, what
'Cause
is
I-
Antechamber?
Yeah,
That's why I
explain
asked.
this to me.
I saw it.
It's a first person, like, platforming puzzler. You get, like, different colored guns that do, like, different abilities to these blocks that you have to find and, like, put stuff in places.
That's Marshall's game.
Essentially, yeah, it's kind of like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Only you have to, like, fuck with blocks and, like, pull them from different areas.
Yeah,
and, like,
you use
make
your
them...
gun to make it move and stuff.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Somebody
game
literally stole Marshall's game.
It's a trippy-ass game, though. Like, it's on a completely different level than Marshall's game.
Oh.
Like, no disrespect,
No, I
but
get what
seriously,
you're
like,
saying.
it's a completely different
Right,
game
like,
at the same
well,
time. Like,
yeah.
the
They probably had more
basic
than...
mechanic is pretty similar,
Yeah.
but, like, it's a completely different game. Like, it gets in your fucking head. Like, that's
Marshall's
the thing about it.
game. Marshall's game was made in 11 weeks. I'm sure
Yeah.
this like development probably took a little bit longer than 11.
It was a
weeks.
Greenlight project.
That's still really cool though.
Yeah.
Word.
And
Yo,
then-
shout outs to
yeah.
Keeper for fucking making video games.
Yeah,
They're
dude.
dope as fuck.
He does have some really dope games.
But right
Shout
on,
outs.
man. That's
Yeah.
cool. I'll have to check that out because it sounds fun.
It's $10 right now.
I like Toxology and their Toxologics, so
Yeah.
well, I'll probably check that out.
for sure.
Tyler, what games have you been playing this week, dude?
Just more Resident Evil 6.
Still on the
Word.
Resident Evil. grind.
I'm happy to say that the last time I checked, for the latest event, out of like 20,000 participants, which are grouped into teams of 4, we were ranked like 75th.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and like I have 233 knife kills, and I got to go home and get a shit ton more. But I'm gonna try to finish in the top 100. I only keep improving my rank finish,
Dang.
and so I'm gonna go for it. It sucks though, because like the ranking system for this one is terrible for the reward system. It's like the first person gets a reward, second person gets a reward, third person gets a reward, and then I think it's like 4th place through 500 gets the same reward, and then 501 and beyond all get like shit points.
Right.
So like I'm probably only gonna get like 10,000 points, which I mean isn't bad.
Right.
Like I'm not complaining. It's an easy way to get points, but like I want a better reward for being in the top 100.
All right. Well.
But hey, next time
gotta
I'm just
push
gonna keep
yourself,
at it.
man.
Yeah,
Just push yourself.
I'm just gonna keep at it.
It's on the grind, man.
He's got
for
the
sure.
sweatband on, too.
Yeah, he does.
He's ready. He's
He
ready
is.
for it when he gets home.
Word. Is that the only game you've really been playing?
Yeah, like
Still
after
playing that
work, like it's
Kingdom
the
game.
only Kingdom Royale. Like
Dang.
I can't put that game down.
You're stuck
I can
on
only
it.
recommend it. Yeah, get on your
Word.
Google Play, get on Kingdom Royale, and then add Fat Tyler. And
Yeah,
I will
probably
aid
won't do
you.
that.
Yeah, that's
But,
fine.
you know.
If you're looking to play like Warcraft, that's rock paper scissors in Farmville. I mean, it's a good way to waste your time.
Word. I feel that.
What have you been playing this week, Jossam?
Well,
Birthday boy.
all right. So I played Hitman for like 20 minutes one day, and I'm stuck on this one level. Like I jinxed myself because the last like 3 podcasts I've been like, yeah, the game's not that hard. Like
Yeah.
I'm just sailing real slow, like taking my sweet time, and now I'm just like, well, I'm stuck on a level. Like fuck this.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of bummed on that. I kind of been, bummed on that game. I've been playing a little bit more Rhythm Heaven. That game is so funny, dude. I got to a level where, like, you're a monk.
Mhm.
Like, okay, it's still rhythm, right? But like, there's a like fun little animation that goes along with it. So you're a monk, and you hold your hand out, and your other hand is on your wrist. And your master says a number and then throws a boiled egg on your hand, and when you tap, you slap your hand and it just like reflexes into your mouth.
Oh, my
And the more
God.
eggs you swallow, the longer your Fu Manchu mustache gets. It's so tight, dude. It was
Dude.
hilarious.
That is the best way to keep track of a player's points.
Exactly.
Is with a growing Fu
Mustache
Manchu.
leg.
Yeah.
That game's really fucking fun. I've been playing hella of that Tactics Ogre game. I know I told you guys it's basically... I'm pretty sure it's just Square Enix's like, hey, people like Final Fantasy Tactics. We're just going to take it and make it way weirder. So, I don't know. I've been playing that. That game's really fun. I started it over because I kind of lost like the feel of it, like the rhythm, and like I wasn't sure exactly what was going on. So I started over, and thanks to freaking, I can't remember Chris's moniker, Alpha.
Doppelganger Alpha.
Yeah, Doppelganger Alpha. Shoutouts to Doppelganger Alpha for hooking it up with the PSP charger thing that I needed. So now I can actually play that game, and I'm gonna review it. That it definitely seems review worthy. I plan on finishing it hopefully soon.
What game are you looking forward to playing next week, hopefully?
Oh, hopefully. I think I'm gonna fucking get a 3DS, man. I
So
got
you can
hyped
get Fire
on that
Emblem?
game. Yeah, I'm gonna play
Yeah.
Fire Emblem. That game looks so much fun because it's basically another Final Fantasy. It's like a tactics style like thing. Because I didn't know. I thought Fire Emblem was like a Devil May Cry style game where it's like run around and like just whoop fools' ass and like kind of like Dynasty Warriors, but not that like mindless. You know, I figured there was a cool story to it. But then like I read the review, and every time somebody asks me about like what's Final Fantasy Tactics, I'm like, it's chess on super like steroids. And then like
Totally.
literally I looked at the like first like line of the article.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, it's chess on crack, and I was like, oh, it's Final Fantasy Tactics. Why have I been missing out on this franchise that I would probably love? So I plan on picking that up. I want to get the bundle, but we'll see. I might get a deal. So
Let's go right into the topic of this week's podcast.
Movie.
Podcast.
Bit.
Podcast.
guys.
Podcast.
Killing.
Yeah, so the topic is, what was that? I don't know why we're doing this anymore.
Yeah.
We're doing movie video games because of the greatest game that came out this week.
Which is
Aliens
Colonial Marines.
All right.
So, I'm just gonna say it, why are movie tie-in games so terrible?
They're not always though.
They're not
I'm
always.
gonna play devil's advocate this podcast.
Oh, no, I'm not. Okay, I have certain cases of games that were actually good. So, like, I know there can be good movie tie-in games, but most of the
majority-
time they're so bad and there's such a stigma against them that, like, I don't understand why there isn't more effort. Because, like, there's such a bad stigma of, like, oh, it's gonna be bad because it's associated with the game. Why don't they put in that much more effort to make sure they're good?
Yeah.
GoldenEye was good.
GoldenEye was amazing.
GoldenEye was great.
And that was a movie tie-in game.
It was.
That game was revolutionary.
Yeah.
Revolutionary. The only, like, it...
And the Doom games were based on the Doom movie, right?
No.
I know, I'm kidding.
You're funny though.
The movie
They did
was
it the
based
other-
on the game.
They did it the other way around, and they also made it awful.
Yeah.
Doom was great. The movie, awful.
Yeah.
You brought it to my house. You're like, let's watch this movie because it sucks. And I was like,
No, I wanted to. You're like, hey, yeah, I'll watch this with my little nephews or something like that. And then, like, you just threw the movie away.
I threw it away. Yes. Years later. Like,
I was just like, oh,
7
Mike still has my copy. And you're like, oh, dude, I threw that shit away.
Like, usually people don't throw like DVDs away because it's like an extra step. Like, usually people just hold on to it. It's like, you put up so much effort just to get rid of this thing. Jeez.
Dude, here's the story. Because I watched it. Dude, you watched it with me, and then I kept it, is what happened. Because I remember we were watching it, and, like, we were taking turns on my computer or something, and, like, I was just sitting there, and he went into first-person chainsaw mode, and I was like, what? Like, is this real life? Do they actually think this is cool, dude? But they did. They put it in. And I'm watching it, and I was like, yo, Tyler, I was like, is this supposed to happen right now? Like, is this real? And you were just like, yeah, dude. And I was like, that's the best part of the whole movie. Like, the rest of the movie is literally just fuck, dude. It's awful.
It's just leading up so that they could have the first-person shooter sequence and then the finale of the movie.
Yeah.
Where The Rock is a giant CG villain.
Yeah. So, basically, it sat in my room for hella long, and I had it just with, like, a pile of, like, mail that I didn't, like, open or care about. Mm-hmm. So I literally, like, I was cleaning my room out one day, and I was like, oh, dude, I should probably keep this because it's Tyla's. And I put it in the bookshelf, and then eventually I got too much shit for my bookshelf. So I was just like, yo, this is garbage. like I just legit, like, right in the can, you know? Just
how much time did you think about that decision? Like, how long did it take you to be like, yeah, no?
About 1 second, because I was just like, Tyler probably doesn't even want this back. Like, honestly, I've had it for 5 years. Like, he seriously has
He would have asked for it.
He has
by
never
now.
said one word about it. And then I swear a week after I threw it away, you're like, yo, do you still have my... And I was just like, I tossed that out, dude. I was like, nobody's using this. It was basically firewood, but it wasn't even worth that because it wouldn't help make a fire.
Nope.
So there's that. Now you guys know what kind of a good friend I am. And if you let me borrow your things,
you'll just throw them away.
I have Sean's, like, Breath of Fire 3 and, like, his Mega Man X6. I think I have 2 copies of... No, Mega Man X4. I have 2 copies of that.
Jeez.
And I think I might just throw one of those away too.
Just see what happens. Like, next week, Sean's just like, hey, Chad, we should play that game. Like, call up Mike. Like, oh, no.
Just the ultimate, like, dooming myself for karma. Just, like...
No bueno.
My life is awesome. But yeah.
A good SNES game that was based on a movie was Aladdin.
That,
Dude,
yeah,
that
strong
game was
example.
really
That was
fun.
really good.
Okay,
Like,
back in the SNES era, there were a lot of good tie-in games, but that was because they would the movie licenses would be bought by good publishers like Capcom. Capcom made those games, and Capcom put a lot of effort into their games back then. And like the Lion King game, that was really fun on the Super Nintendo.
That game was fun. Yo, what about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
None of those were really based on the movies.
Yeah.
I thought, well, that's not true because the new generation of TMNT or whatever.
Oh yeah,
is based off that TMNT movie.
Yeah,
where
they
it's,
did
like,
have that
cool,
movie.
like updated, like 2011, like
2011.
Barack Obama. You know what I'm saying? Like Barack Pizza.
Hey,
you know?
that movie wasn't that bad.
Which
it was
one?
basically the TMNT movie because it was basically just
Which
supposed
one?
The newest one is
TMNT, the
literally
latest
just
one that
called
was
TMNT.
the CGI
yeah,
one?
the CGI one.
Oh.
Okay, it was basically Ninja Turtles 4. It took part in that part of the timeline.
I guess so.
It wasn't terrible.
I just
it just
like-
they
be
should have
better.
gone back and just
Yeah.
made it a CG retelling of the first movie.
I
It
just
could have been
know.
better. That's what I thought it was going to be, and I wanted it to be that.
Yeah.
But
I just know that at one point there was either a movie or a show, and I'm pretty sure it's fairly new.
There's a
where-
new show right now.
where they went back in time and met up with samurai versions of themselves.
ooh.
Are you talking about the third movie?
Did that happen in the third
They
movie?
went back and they became samurai, but there weren't samurai versions of them.
Maybe.
How did they go back in time? I don't think I've
There-
seen this one.
There was a scepter. April O'Neil bought this weird
Of course she
ancient
did.
scepter thing.
She's
in
a
New York,
gypsy
right?
wizard.
And so she's holding on to it, and all of a sudden she goes back in time.
Oh yeah, babes in time.
Yeah. I mean, April O'Neil, the ultimate save babe.
And now she's a porn star.
What?
There's a porn star, April O'Neil.
Tight.
Anyways,
Cool.
yeah, that's how that happened though.
But yeah, Turtles in Time is a great game.
Yeah.
But it featured characters from the second Ninja Turtles movie,
Well, there you go.
but that's not
I guess
really
it's
a
not
good
really based
tie-in.
off of a movie.
But no, a good example is, okay, the first Spider-Man game, based on the movie,
From
wasn't
on
that
GameCube?
great.
on GameCube,
It was for all the systems.
GameCube
But
and
you
Xbox.
played the GameCube
It
version?
was on GameCube
Okay.
and Xbox and PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Dude, that game was
Okay,
really
that game was
fun.
fun, but Spider-Man 2, that was based off the second movie with Dr. Octopus, that game was amazing.
Really?
Because it was basically Grand Theft Auto, except you were Spider-Man. And so you had the open New York world, and you could go around and, like, just web slinging in that game felt so much fun.
Yeah.
And, like, you could, like, when you would release your swings at the top of the swing, you would hit A, and, like, Spider-Man would start stunning in his poses, and then that would make him go faster, and then so, like,
And
you
then-
would get
and it's
speed.
pictures, right? It's like, because it was like he was taking pictures of himself.
Well, you could
Isn't
take
that-
pictures. There was, like, submissions that you could do.
Dude.
Yeah. And
That
so,
game
like,
Sounds like fun.
that
dude,
game
it was so much fun. Like, I rented that game, and it was
Mike, are you
amazing.
alright?
Yes, it was just so fun.
Like, okay,
Oh, you're
my
playing.
favorite thing to
Wow.
do would be to, like, pick up fucking, like, dudes who would, like, rob old ladies of their purses. I'd pick up this one random dude, and I'd be like, all right, boy, this is over. I would take him all the way to the Empire State Building, and then I would get up to the very top point, jump off, and then put him in the pile driver position, and then just drive him straight into the ground so he landed on his head. And, like, okay, so, like, it's, the dude is upside down, Spider-Man has his feet in his armpits, and so, like,
shit.
just snap that dude in half, and then Spider-Man just springs back up and, like, does a backflip. He's just like, I'm okay. And everyone's like, yay, Spider-Man, you got that lady's purse back.
Dude, that's
awesome.
brutal.
Yeah. Like,
Dude, I want to play City Heroes now so bad.
I still want to play that game.
I just want to jump around, dude. I just want to fucking jump around the city, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking super jump.
City of Heroes, good times. Good
Yeah.
times.
We are way off topic.
No,
Do you
we were
get-
talking about Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Dude, that game was. I didn't play the second one. I played the first one. It was way more like linear, but it was so
Yeah,
fucking fun.
it was very linear, but yeah, they
combat was
captured the
just
moments and like
awesome.
there was really sweet sequences where like it was Spider-Man fighting on the open with Doctor Octopus or not Doctor. The Green Goblin, and
Yep.
so like you'd be flying on the glider with him, and you'd be punching and fighting him and shit.
I think they kind of got the Arkham City fighting style from that because it had similar like combat animations. Maybe not as like innovative as the new Batman Arkham games, which by the way,
You'd have to recognize telegraphs and whatnot.
dude, the combat in that game is beautiful.
It's revolutionary.
It's literally flawless.
Because that's how the Batman Arkham games are. Like it's
You've played them, right?
Yeah.
The combat.
It's
in
so
those games,
fluid.
that's what we're
Okay,
talking
it's
about.
one button, but it's timing, and there's counters, and like, okay, Spider-Man did it first because they had he's got this spider sense.
Yeah.
So like the whole idea was you're punching and doing your combos, but then if you can react to something happening, and then the Batman games just took that and expanded on it.
Yeah, they made it way more.
Way
It's
better.
all about telegraphing.
Yeah.
Like,
That game.
that's you really got to stay on top of that.
Well, then I mean, it's kind of like Prince of Persia too, because it kind of had that system as well.
Yeah. I forgot about those games.
Prince of
The
Prince
early
of
ones
Persia.
them.
That we can lead into that. They made a Prince of Persia movie.
yeah, I saw
based
that.
on the games.
Dude,
How
that
was
movie
it?
is so fucking funny.
Jake Gyllenhaal, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah,
it's
like-
really
Wow.
funny.
Why is it so funny? I
Because
feel
it's just awful.
Yeah,
It is
like
an awful
it's not
movie.
good.
It is
Cool.
horrible.
I wonder
Holy
why he
shit.
agreed to that.
Money.
Yeah.
He was probably in a Nicolas Cage kind of moment where he was just like, yeah, I just need more food.
It's just so weird
I need
because
some
like
food.
you can have really good game franchises, and then you make movies about them, and they're just really bad and
Tomb Raider.
weird. Tomb Raider,
movie.
Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. Like, okay,
all
Mortal
due
Kombat
respect,
and Street Fighter.
Tomb Raider didn't get a movie. It got a trilogy.
Yeah,
dude.
And by the way, like which Street Fighter movie? The live action, the animated ones?
Okay, no, the
Yo,
animated
shout
ones
out
don't.
to Chun-Li's tits.
Yeah.
in
Okay.
the anime.
The any animated movie
And those
doesn't
thighs.
count because those are usually way better.
Duh, yeah.
Yeah, like I don't count the anime movies based on games because those are good. I'm talking about live action
Okay.
movies.
Alright.
But okay, Ultimate
Yo,
Street Fighter the game based on the movie.
How have we not talked about Mario Bros. The movie?
dude,
There's so many
the
references
look
in
of
that
the
movie.
Goombas is so funny.
It
dude.
is.
How did they?
comical.
I mean, why? Why was that a good decision?
It
Why
was
was any of that movie a good decision?
Yoshi.
Who
in that
greenlit
movie.
that? Like, does Miyamoto hate himself for that?
Probably not, honestly. He made tons of money off that.
Like-
Absolutely.
Who thought any of the Super Mario Brothers movie was a good idea?
I don't know, but I actually kind of want to see the sequel.
Yo,
What? There's no sequel?
Yeah, like if they did one.
Oh,
I'd watch
oh
it, is
yeah,
what I mean.
yeah, I would.
remember like 3 years ago when I sent you that fan-made Mega Man movie?
Yeah, yeah.
I watched that whole thing.
I did too.
I've
It's-
seen that. I've seen that.
It's campy, but it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like it's
You
a Mega Man movie.
hated on it so
I
hard
did,
when I
but I watched
first sent
it,
it to
yeah.
you, and then I think you went back and watched it, didn't
Yeah.
you? Dude, I was just like, dude, I watched that Mega Man movie. You're like, yeah, I watched 3 minutes. You're like, I don't want to put myself through that anymore. I was just like, word.
I'm sorry.
Nah, dude, that movie was fun though.
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, it was.
It was weird. Like, it was obviously fan made. It was kind of awkward, but it was fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of fan made movies based on those
Or movie
properties.
trailers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, some of the fan made movie trailers, like the ones for the Street Fighter.
Sometimes WB will just pick them up. Apparently, like they've done that like twice in the past 2 months. They've just found like trailers, one for Robotech and then one for like some other movie that I can't remember right now. But yeah, so
They-
like just make a really cool fan made trailer, and sometimes the studios will be like, "That's a good idea. Let's do that."
Okay, it wasn't fan made, but the studio, like, a bunch of people got together and they made that, like, what if Mortal Kombat was a serious, like, weird movie sort of thing? And, like, they related the characters. Basically, they just based it off of Sonya Blade was the cop. You got Jax. You had Reptile, who was, like, a weird, fucked up, older... Okay, so you know a Harlequin baby?
No.
Like, it's babies that are just born. Just don't Google it, but Google it if you want to be scared. Like, it's a terrible, terrible thing. But, okay, so he was like a living, fucked up, like, preemie baby that grew up and he was all disfigured and shit, but that was Reptile.
Yeah.
And he'd like kill and eat people, but like that was his real life form, so it like kind of corresponded to him. And then there was Kano, who was like some dude who like, you know, had half of his face and like they were chasing after him and like somehow like making it seem like a serious like thriller sort of movie. And like, what if we took a just weird dramatic take on Mortal Kombat? And then it worked, and they're like, okay, that sparked enough interest. Let's actually make little web mini-sodes of Mortal Kombat, like,
and
parts.
That's what you and Sketch were talking about a while back.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I still haven't seen that.
You should really watch those, because they came out with a whole bunch of them.
How do I find it on YouTube?
I think, just look up Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
Like, I can tell you more about it afterwards, but like, they're really worth watching. Like, they came out with a DVD, so I'm sure you can find that online, too.
Okay.
Wow.
But, like, they made a whole bunch of them. Like, they're really good. Like, they have actual, like, actors in them. And, like, my favorite one is probably the Johnny Cage one.
Of course, because
I think I watched that. Isn't it him versus Scorpion?
No, that's the actual movie.
Oh, that is the actual movie? I think, dude, that movie was really cool.
Yeah.
It was fun.
For the time, like... God. All I remember is, like, I walked into the theater late, and it's just Shao Kahn, spoilers, snapping Johnny Cage's neck as soon as I walked into the theater.
Oh my God.
So I was just like, oh my God, they already killed off Johnny Cage.
Dirt. That's a bummer.
Yeah, for sure.
Now I want to watch that really bad.
I really want to watch Hook.
Yes, dude. That's my favorite movie.
We should watch that movie.
They made a Super Nintendo version of Hook.
Yeah, they did.
They did.
Did they?
I've rented it.
The game
Hook in it
based
with
on the
games
movie
and moves.
written by Sapphire.
Rufio. Oh. Hey.
Wow, we did that. That was tight. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like with movie games, they really do try. I feel like they do try. Like, you know, you were saying earlier.
Some
like,
people do, some people
stigma.
don't. Some are a cash in, and some of them work.
Like, okay, let's like. Okay, I know the Arkham games aren't technically based off The Dark Knight.
No.
But at the same time, they definitely are based on the hype that was caused by The Dark Knight. Like, I don't think, like, okay, if the new Batman games or movies weren't so hyped, I don't think WB would have been like, let's make a Batman movie or Batman video game. Like, if those movies didn't come out, like that. They always do it in waves, you know.
Yeah.
Like, now that there's the Avengers like movie out, of course they're gonna make games and like shit like that. They have Lego Avengers. Shoutouts to Lego for making really fun video games based on movies. Actually, those games, even though they're all the exact same thing, are so fun to play. Like, you could literally just like ruin the like lore of the game. Like, you'll be playing like Star Wars or whatever, and you'll just be like the main character, and you can like switch to just like somebody else. So you're just like, now you're just Yoda, like doing some way too like normal Padawan shit, and and then you can just change into Darth Vader, and you're
like,
just
whoa, why is Darth Vader here?
Yeah, it's just silly, and like it breaks all the like seriousness. But they're so fun. They really are. I like it.
Yeah, I think there's actually a subgenre that we missed: video games based off of anime or like a cartoon show. You know, like Chippendale,
Naruto,
TMNT,
fighting games,
Naruto, One Piece, Gundam Wing, Journey to Jaburo.
Dude,
there's a Sailor Moon
Wing
RPG.
Dynasty Warriors.
No, it was the Gundam Wing Endless Duel. That was
Gundam Wing Endless Waltz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Catch Me Death, I think all you guys.
No, dude.
Dude, I'll sandrock you.
Dude, Sandrock is dope.
Dude, I'll sandrock you like a hurricane.
Ooh. I actually like that one.
Sandrock you like a hurricane.
Tall Geese is my guy.
Yeah,
sure.
Telgeuse is filthy.
I wish, dude. Were you guys saying that's like the hardest game to find ever? Like because they didn't really make any copies in America.
It's
Yeah.
a Super Famicom game.
Yeah, you would have like it's so hard to import that game.
Yeah,
It's like hundreds of dollars, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's insane.
I'm probably never gonna get myself a copy.
Politics.
What else? Yeah, politics. No, but like that's just another subgenre of movie video games that I think we should definitely have considered.
yeah. Games based on cartoons are usually pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Like, trying to
The
think.
Dragon Ball Z games are fun, except for
Tenkaichi was pretty cool.
dude. Tenkaichi. Was
I loved Burst
so...
Limit though. Burst Limit was my jam.
Burst Limit is awful though.
I loved it.
because
I had people to play against.
The controls are so nasty.
Yeah, but see,
feeling.
the thing is, like, other people that I play with, like, they don't care. Like, they just want to play it. For
Yeah,
fun.
if you like the game, like
They're not going to give a shit, man. Like,
Yeah.
The people I played with were more hardcore DBZ fans than they were, like,
fighting game fans.
Yeah, fighting game fans.
the fucking
And those
game,
controls are really friendly.
the Tenkaichi. I think I played Budokai Tenkaichi 2 on Wii.
That had, like, over 150 characters, right?
It was so fucking fun. I went to Girk's house, Sean,
Yeah.
and I just remember he had the Wii first because like his dad plays hella games, so he just buys the new systems like as soon as they're out.
Yeah.
And so he had the Wii, and then his dad bought that Dragon Ball Z game. And like when you do your like ultimate or like your super ability or whatever, it's so fucking like it's looking back. I bet I looked so whack doing it like from a third person, but like I felt so cool because you have to like make some weird movements with the two with the like nunchuck and the controller.
Was that back in
And
the
then-
day when you used to wear a vest?
Yes, it
Yes.
was. And then you had to pull it behind yourself and then push it forward, so you literally had to do like some weird Kamehameha motion, and I was just
That's
like,
sick.
this is so filthy. Like,
Yeah.
oh, dude.
Yeah.
I played the shit out of that game.
We used to play that at Nintendo because they like had this big 60-inch TV in this break room, and so like on lunch we just like stand in there with our friends, and like it was supposed to be like a Rock Band room, but like we would just take it over on lunch
Yeah.
and play whatever game we wanted to, and so like we'd go in and start like playing Dragon Ball Z, and then like after a while a couple of dudes started like noticing us playing, and they'd be like, "Oh hey, I have next. Can we play next?" And we just look at them and be like, "No, you can't play with us. We're not giving up the system. This is our game."
Wow.
And so we would just like play between ourselves. It was so much fun. But yeah, just being like it's hella ridiculous. Like just because you're whipping the controllers around trying to fight super fast,
Yeah.
and then like to do the moves, you have to do like the gesture of the actual move.
Yeah.
Like, I really want to play the Dragon Ball Z Connect game, but I know it's gonna be like I know it's
Dude,
bad.
yeah.
But, like, I want a good Dragon Ball Z experience
Man,
game.
I just remember I got stuck on, like, Kid Buu, like, one of the final bosses, I'm pretty sure. Like, I even beat Brawly. Like, I felt like such a badass for being Brawly. And, like,
What's Brawly?
What's Brawly?
It
Oh,
is Brawly.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
no,
He's tough.
You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely agree, though. I think you're more likely to get a fun game out of an anime-based game than a like real-time movie-based
Yeah.
game.
More games that I played that were based off of an anime have generally been more fun.
You know what games? I feel like this is super duper nerdy, but speaking of movies based on games, what if somebody made a Magic the Gathering movie? Like a movie, though.
There's a lot of lore to Magic the
Oh,
Gathering
there's too much lore.
that,
to
like,
Magic
it would
the
be
Gathering.
really sweet to see a lot of it. Like, all this Karn business and, like, the whole
Yep.
Phyrexian thing.
Yeah,
and,
the
like,
war.
there's a lot there that, like, they could just make a straight-to-DVD release, Magic the Gathering, and, like...
Featuring Chandra Nalar.
Yeah.
Like doing one on like fire, then black, then green,
Yeah.
then white.
Oh, and those DVD cases will look so sweet.
I know. They colored them and everything and like they'd
Copyright
have a-
Troll Stomp Gaming.
Yeah, we came up with this first copyright 2013. That's a good idea.
Like, I don't know. You don't see a lot of, like, tabletop games
Yeah.
or card games or things like that being made into movies, but...
Dungeons and Dragons had a lot of movies based off of it.
Yeah.
Well,
Do you
based
remember
Only
off
one straight to theater one. and then
I
a
think
bunch
I
of
see-
straight to
I-
DVD ones.
Yeah, I think I saw that one. I don't remember that one though.
It had Sean Wayne's in it. Or no, Marlon
God.
Wayans.
Oh God, yeah, it did.
Yeah,
Never mind.
he played
Yeah.
Snails.
Yep, I
Dude,
did
that
see
movie's
it.
hella sad. Spoilers, he dies.
So casual, just like you didn't give them any time. To just pause
that
it.
movie came out hella long ago, and who's gonna go like, oh man, I'm gonna watch the Dungeons and Dragons movie?
That sounds
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah.
Some of them were really funny though.
But like they set it up for a sequel where he was still alive.
Would you guys consider? Sorry, that sounds tight. But
No, it's not tight.
Yeah.
That movie would
I was,
never
I was
happen.
being a little sarcastic. Do you guys feel like? I mean, I know there was books, but it's known for the movie. What about Star Wars video games?
Yeah, that's right.
What, like Star Wars Battlefront? Think
Battlefront,
Yeah.
Rogue Squadron.
You can't.
There have been
hate
a
on Star Wars
lot of
video
good
games.
Star Wars games.
Galaxies.
But see, the thing is, they have Lucas Arts Studios or whatever the
Yeah,
fuck it's called.
like LucasArts Studios is making games for a long time.
Yeah, and like, you know, since they already are a subsidiary of that company, of that parent company, they don't have to repay to get the rights to, like, you know, make a game based off of that movie. So, like, it's less fees for them, which means they have more resources to put
Yeah.
into the team.
Like
that's actually
LucasArts
gonna
was
make-
really smart about that. About
Yeah.
like, let's just make our own game company instead of like trusting certain companies with
Yeah.
the franchise.
That's why the Aladdin game was good, because Capcom took it. They were big. They could afford the movie license and,
Yeah.
you know, still managed to pay, like, a lot of money to a
The
good
Jungle
team.
Book. Did you guys
Yeah.
ever play that Super
No,
Nintendo?
I didn't.
Oh, just so many good Disney movie games.
Yeah. And Bandai, like, they're a big company. They don't just own manga and anime. Like, they also are a gaming company.
Yeah.
So, like, there's another reason why
Bandai
some of the
Namco.
that's another reason why Bandai Namco games, like, that are based off of shows or, like, movies are actually pretty good, because they don't have to pay for that extra shit. So,
I just
Yeah.
want to say there have been a lot of really like games that were made for Star Wars that like redefined my gaming style and like my love for games.
yeah.
Like, dude, KOTOR, the original KOTOR, like I
Nice
haven't
little
played,
Republic.
I haven't played the second one because it wasn't made by BioWare, and I'm not just being a fanboy, but I just heard it wasn't as good, and so I was just like, rather than be disappointed, I'm just gonna fucking play the first one and stick with it. And that game, seriously, like, that game made me fall in love with BioWare, and also it made me like really have a newfound love for like RPGs.
Yeah.
Just the way it played out was just fucking awesome, man. That I seriously give that game like a 10. Like,
Really?
yeah, I give that game a 10. Like
Knights of the Old
the
Republic?
combat was flawless. It was like it was hard, but it wasn't too hard, and it was just like fun because it was turn based and like strategy though at the same time, but still like live action. Like you really felt like you were like still
Yeah.
playing, even though it was turn based sort of.
That's cool.
And the story, oh my god, dude, the story. Seriously, I could go on about this game.
You should write something about that, but
I did in the BioWare letter.
yeah, that's right, you did.
But maybe I'll go back and play. It's actually not a very timeless game, though. Like, if you played it now, you would definitely not say it's 10. Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
really bad now for a game.
on your
but-
nostalgia meter, but it's a 10.
right. And then also, Jedi Knight 2 Jedi Outcast was my first online game ever. Like,
Nice.
I just remember I begged my dad. I was like, can we please get cable internet so I can go online and fight fools with lightsabers? And I talked him into it, dude. It was so cool. And shout outs to Girk for burning that game on a disc. Literally, he burnt it on a disc for me. And then I went back to my house and installed it on my computer and played it with him.
Shouts
Dude.
to your dad, though.
Yeah, shout outs to Steve.
Yeah. Hey,
Dude,
Steve.
I feel hella bad. So like, Sean Patterson, his like, you remember Big Casey? Did you ever meet Big Casey? He's like
Yeah.
stepdad guy.
Yeah.
So like, he would just sit downstairs. He like had his old game set up, and he's like, "Hey man, do you play computer games?" I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Do you play Battlefront 2?" And I was like, "Yeah, I played that before, like on the console." He's like, "Do you play it on PC?" I was like, "Yeah, I've played it a couple times." He's like, "Would you play with me?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." He's like, "Come on, let's go." I was like, what? And he's like, I'm taking down Fry's and I'm going to buy you that game. And then you can play it with me. And I was like, okay. And like, we went down to Fry's and he bought me a copy of it and the expansion. And I installed it on my computer, played it with him like that night. And then we just never played again. And I felt so bad because I would just like stare at it at my computer. I was like, I want to play this, but like, we never play. But like, that game was so much fun. I loved being roly-poly droids.
Yeah.
Because you had the shit there.
Dude. That was, like, Battlefront was really good.
Yeah.
I'm so no Battlefront 3. Like, it was they started it and they're not doing it.
Yeah, I heard they're not. People are really bummed. I can't honestly imagine how fun it would be now. And actually, even the Force Unleashed games are really fun.
Oh, dude,
like,
Force Unleashed.
those games are
F-U.
really fun.
Like, okay, they're yeah.
Star Wars F-U.
They're fun, but like, there's a couple mechanics in it that needs to be fixed. Like, there's a couple things that didn't feel like they really play tested out.
Yeah.
Like, pulling down the Star Destroyer in the first game.
Oh yeah, no, that was
they
really hard.
fucked up the controls with it and just
they made it really confusing.
yeah, it just didn't feel as satisfying as it should have. Because like the idea of it is so amazing. It's like, how could you fuck that up? He's pulling a fucking Star Destroyer from the sky, and it's just like, if you're gonna do anything, just make me tap X over and over again. Like fuck it. Like, I'd rather do that than make it a complicated system of, like, take the right stick this way and the left stick this way, and then you're just doing all these, like, complex, and it's just, like, you're just supposed to hold them down, but it's not explaining it to you.
Yeah. If they made that into, like, a quick time event, like you were saying, then that would definitely be better.
Yeah, it's like...
I played it, and
yeah, I just want to, like, I want to enjoy that scene. Like, I don't want it to be overcomplicated and just, like, it ruins the experience. But
shout outs to Star Wars, though.
I have to say, The Force Unleashed was so ballsy in the fact that the DLC for it had Starkiller actually kill like so many main important characters. Mm-hmm. It was like in the version where, in an alternate timeline where if he had killed Darth Vader, what would have happened? And so it shows him like, there's a scene where he goes to the moon of Endor and he kills Chewbacca and Han Solo.
Oh my god.
Like, there's a scene where you have to fight Chewbacca in the AT-AT, or the AT-ST, the Chicken Walker.
Yeah.
And so, like, you're fighting him, and, like, eventually you defeat him, and so you jump on top of it, and you rip open that shit with your lightsaber, and you pull Chewbacca out, and then, like, Han Solo's like, Chewie! And then he shoots at you, and you force power Chewbacca into Han Solo's, like, laser blast, so Han Solo kills Chewbacca, and you throw Chewbacca down on the ground, and you jump at Han Solo, and you lift him up in the air, and you stab him.
Wow.
I'm not cool with any of that, but it's a LucasArts game, and it was approved, but I mean, it's DLC and it's a what if, and I mean, it pissed a lot of people off, but I mean, I'm glad it did.
That's
like,
dark.
It's dark and controversial. There's another DLC where you fight Luke on Hoth, and you have to kill Luke.
Wow.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah.
This is some real shit right here.
It's
like,
super real shit.
I'm almost offended, actually.
You know what? I'm not offended, but I'm intrigued.
Yeah. Like, it's super intriguing. It's like, why would you do that?
And
but
you
it's
know
like,
what, Mike? I'm curious, too.
Yes, dude. I knew you were curious. I could tell.
You can see it all over my fucking face,
read
right?
that face and just say curious, baby.
Curious, baby.
Syracuse. But, damn,
yeah,
dude. That's,
FU is pretty fun.
Dude.
you curing me?
I would F you
curious.
right now. For sure.
Yeah, I would totally F you.
Yeah.
So bad.
I would F you so long tonight, dude.
Oh,
I'm
God.
talking about Force Unleashed, right?
I really want to edit that out.
No.
Like, just the whole thing.
No, it was filthy.
All right.
Okay.
More bad video game direct releases.
I feel like these new Transformers games, look really bad.
They're
Which
so
one were you talking
bad.
about?
I don't know. I know you're all about that Fall of Cybertron
No,
game.
no. Those ones are good.
Yeah,
yeah.
War
Fall of
for
Cybertron,
Yeah.
War of Cybertron. Those ones have been amazing.
Yes.
I haven't played them.
It's the ones that are
I've only heard good
directly
things about it.
based on the
Get
movies.
the Fall of Cybertron. Don't get the War for Cybertron. You don't need to know. It doesn't matter. Don't worry about it.
I want to know what the war happened though. With
I'll let
Johnny.
you borrow. Oh, you don't have an Xbox.
No,
You're
I
probably
don't
not gonna
play
like
that.
it.
Shit.
No,
Yeah,
like
you should
the
just play
sequels.
Fall.
Yeah, just play the
Just
Fall.
play Fall of
Because then you can
Cybertron.
be the Dinobots.
Just get it on
Yeah.
Steam.
Yeah. And then we can all play together.
Dinobots?
We can't all play together because it's three player team, right?
I
don't
hate
know.
you. No, I don't. I'm joking, man.
Dude,
Tyler, I'm sorry.
come on, man.
Dude, I'm sorry. I'll tickle you.
No.
Okay.
So I guess before we just end the video game topic on movies, do you think that there's been more good ones or more bad ones?
Games based off movies.
Yeah, games based off of movies.
Definitely more bad ones, probably.
Okay. In the category of games based off movies, definitely there's more shitty cash in movie property games.
Agreed.
But there are certain exceptions that are just golden gems, and when
Anime.
they're good, they're really good.
Not always anime, but yeah.
Yeah, not always anime.
I would definitely say the majority of the time I see the ones that are based off of
No, that's why I'm saying just like American live action movies of that category.
Oh,
there's
yeah.
only a few diamonds in the rough Aladdin reference.
Definitely, yeah.
But in the anime and cartoon category, Chad, there's way more good games than there are bad ones.
Easily.
Yes.
Easily.
Yes.
Easily. I got my new Game Informer, and I'm really bummed because they pushed back the release of Pikmin, even though I don't have a Wii U. Like,
okay.
I just want it to be out, but it's
So you
not.
can just look at it?
Oh, and also, tell me how you feel about this. Okay. They have a Readers and Editors Choice Awards, basically, for 2012.
Mm.
And I opened it up, right? And it's literally says on the top of every page for 2012, right?
Mm.
Best DLC. And I got it 2 days after Dragonborn came out, which, by the way, in February, and it was both Readers and Editor's Choice for Best DLC. Dragonborn Skyrim. I was just like, no? I was like, that's not out yet. That came out 2 days ago. There's no way this was printed in 1 day. Like, there's absolutely no way. Like,
That shit is so biased. I
got really
gaming
upset,
journalism
actually.
is so bad right now.
I got really bummed because actually I was really excited to start getting Game Informer. And then when I saw that, I was like, this literally can't be this is bullshit. Like, it has to be. I was like offended, actually.
Yeah.
And like, they made a list of top 10 dragons in games. Just take one wild guess who fucking got number one.
The new dragon from the DLC?
No, dude, fucking Deathwing, dude.
Oh.
Fucking Deathwing from World of Warcraft.
That was
Really?
my second choice.
He got number one dragon in all of games. Spyro got 4. Spyro, dude. He's the only dragon in a game pretty much ever to be released where you play the dragon. Like,
Not true. I have one for the NES
okay.
that I have. And that game is fun. It's a shoot 'em up.
Right, it's
I
one of
think-
the...
Was there also like a couple other characters with you?
No, you were just a dragon, and you were flying through the air.
Okay, never mind. Then there's
It's
two
like
games.
it's like a gunner. It's like a airplane.
It's a
flight
shoot 'em
gunner.
up. Yeah, like it's a top-down shoot 'em up. Like you're flying
Through the air and like...
There was Draken, but you were a girl who flew on a dragon, and then you got to control the dragon when you were riding on it.
Way kind of off topic. How do you feel about Breath of Fire games where you...
Oh,
are a dragon,
remember-
but not at all times.
That game,
What? No way. Did
I
you
never
play-
played it. I never
Breath
played
of Fire
it.
3 was seriously so...
Oh, Breath of Fire?
Yeah, Breath of Fire.
I thought you were talking... Never mind.
Yeah, Breath of Fire
Okay.
3. Did you
No,
play
Breath of
that
Fire
game?
was fun, yeah.
Dude, Breath of Fire... It was so fun. It seriously reminded me so much of like
But
an
no,
early Final Fantasy game.
go back to dragons. We're talking about dragons in video games. Remember?
Spyro was number 4.
Okay, remember there was that Dragon Simulator game for the PS3 when it first came out that was all about the 6-axis controls?
That game was not fun.
No, it wasn't fun, but that was dragons in video games.
Okay, Spyro was the first, though.
No, he wasn't. Because we already talked about there's been other dragons, but, like, he was the first, like, main mascot dragon of a series.
Alright.
Like, there's been dragons in
that's
games.
what they said in Game Informer. It's
Okay.
still false.
Did you guys see any of the pictures of the PS4 stuff that was online?
I saw that controller.
Yeah.
That looks
How do you guys feel
weird.
about that controller?
It looks like it's slowly morphing into the Xbox controller.
It
Like it's going through like some weird like high school to college transition, you know?
I
It's
think
just
it
like-
looks like it's alright. It just looks big. Like, that D-pad looks awful.
Yeah, it
It
doesn't
was
look good.
so-
yeah,
big.
like the thing I love about the PlayStation controller is the D-pad.
Yeah.
It
Good.
like
Dude, the Xbox D-pad is
so bad,
the worst.
Garbage.
so
Because
garbo.
it's just another stick.
Yeah.
It's just a fucking another stick with a D-pad on top of it.
Imagine a table and there's like a short little stick with a ball attached to the bottom, and that's the D-pad instead of just like button.
Why are you
button.
describing the Xbox D-pad?
I just want them to know, for people that don't have an Xbox, like why it sucks so much.
I think that's valid, and I agree 100% with Chad's notion.
Like that way they understand how shitty
I
it
say
really
I in
is.
favor of Chad. I'm pro Chad, if you will. No, seriously, the Xbox controller sucks dick. But no, it has like a touch screen like on the back of the PS Vita. I think they're trying to implement that shit, and it also has like that weird blue like. Okay, they tried to speculate something with that blue light on top, but you know what I think it is? I think they're adapting the PlayStation Move thing where the different controller, the different player colors. So you'll have like first player will be blue, kind of like how Xbox does too. You know, they'll have like
Yeah, they have
assigned
different
The
colors.
quadrants.
Yeah, the quadrants. They're trying to like adapt that and like have it glow on your controller so it just displays which player you are. And I think that's cool, but definitely I don't think it needs to be so far apart. Like I feel like if they condense the D-pad, they could like squish it down a bit further, and then maybe because then you'd still have room for the touchscreen if you squish the D-pad down.
Yeah.
Because the D-pad just looks humongous now.
No, it does.
It seriously looks intimidating. Like I feel like I wouldn't be able to even press any of those buttons with my thumb. It just looks so fucking big.
Yeah.
But no, I have hope for it though.
Okay.
What's the name of the PS4?
I think it's just PS4.
Didn't it have a code name? What's the Ouya?
The Ouya is a
Oh.
Kickstarter.
Oh,
There was actually a news article I wanted to bring up with you guys just real quick. There was an article that I read recently where comic stores are boycotting DC Comics because Orson Scott Card, the writer of
Superman.
yeah, he's the
No,
writer
he's he's the right. What was he the writer of?
Speaker for the Dead, Ender's Game.
Oh, Ender's Game.
All those,
Yeah.
books. Like, he was the one that wrote those.
My bad.
And that's fine. And he's writing for Superman again.
Yeah.
And he's, like, an outspoken, like, anti-gay guy. Like, he's actually a chair of the board.
Yeah,
For, like, this one.
anti-LGBT
Yeah.
community.
And, like, he was open about it, you know?
Superman isn't gay, so I don't think it's a factor.
Okay.
Like, I don't think as long as he doesn't make Superman suddenly anti-gay and Superman's going around like laser blasting and lining up all of the LGB, like, that is the only thing he could do that would offend me. Like, it's just all of a sudden Superman's just anti-gay. But I mean, I can't think of any openly like gay characters in the Superman universe, so I don't think it affects it.
The original Green Lantern was apparently forced.
Just made gay.
Yeah, they made him gay. They wrote
Yeah.
him gay.
But I mean, again, that's not Superman.
It seems, yeah, I know, but still, like, I know this is off topic, but that seemed really cheap and like a stupid tactic on
Yeah.
DC's part. And it was cool, but still, just like, okay, guys,
Wait, what was the cheap tactic?
They're like, we're gonna make one of the main DC characters gay.
Oh,
who's it gonna be?
In counter to people being bummed about that guy writing for Superman.
No.
that happened way.
That happened a while ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I was
that happened
like,
a while ago.
I was like, dude, if that's a response, I was like, yo, that's weak. Like,
No,
Yeah.
So it originally started out as Marvel had a gay wedding in their comic between two characters that had been gay for a long ass time. But like, they're like, okay, gay marriage is a pretty popular topic. We're gonna have these guys get married. And it was a huge thing. And like, obviously people who don't support gay marriage were against it, but I mean, it helped sell a little bit because it showed that Marvel's progressive.
Yeah.
And so then DC was like, okay, well, we need to answer with something. Well, okay, one of the main DC characters is gay. And they're like, and we'll tell you who it is. It's like, okay, well, it's not going to be Superman. It's not going to be Batman. It could be anyone else then.
Yeah.
And so, and then a lot of people were like, well, are they going to do it to Wonder Woman? Are they just going to make her a lesbian? That seems like really backwards and cheap.
and like smutty.
Yeah,
much,
it's like, oh, that would be a terrible idea if they made Wonder Woman a lesbian. Like, that's so backwards for them.
Yeah.
Like, that would completely defeat the purpose of Wonder Woman. Anyway, so then they're like, okay, it's the Green Lantern. But it's not the main Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, that everybody knows. It's the original Green Lantern when he was like a dude who had a magic Green Lantern and he wore like the big ass coat thing and he had the like ring that went along with it that was before. It was when Green Lantern was magic versus when Green Lantern was space cops.
Right.
Yeah. So it's not space cop Green Lantern, it's old school magic Green Lantern.
Dude, Green Lantern is really cool. I was really upset with that Ryan Reynolds movie.
So bad.
God damn it.
I watched it, and I knew it was going to be bad, but I was just like, what if it might be not awful, but it was worse than awful?
Halfway through the movie, I was like, God damn it.
Yeah. He just spends the whole time, I don't want to be a Green Lantern. I don't want to be a Green Lantern. Okay, I'll do it.
I'm not good enough to be a Green Lantern.
Because Sinestro totally didn't, start the Yellow Lantern.
Okay,
thing.
The whole thing is, it's a trilogy. They already announced it as a trilogy.
Yeah.
They've already paid for it.
I understand that, and I knew that. It's just so stupid that they already introduced, like,
the god tier
yellow
villain.
Yeah, like the Parallax already, like, in the first movie. It's just like, why?
Yeah.
Why? You just wanted to have a villain in there so that we could see it in the third movie, or like
Yeah.
the interaction between that thing and Sinestro in the second movie.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm actually really excited for the new Iron Man movie. I really enjoy that trilogy.
Yeah.
I think it's so much fun.
Dude, Marvel is doing it so right. They're working. So right now, they're in phase 2, which is going to be introducing the more general audience to the idea of cosmic Marvel, which is like, right now, everybody mostly knows about everything that goes on Earth. You got your Hulks, your Captain America, your Iron Man,
Right.
and then they dabbled into it with Thor, because Thor takes place in like Asgard, which is like a different realm and everything like that.
Right.
It's showing you, okay, there's more shit out there in the cosmos.
Yeah.
And now in Avengers, they're introducing Thanos, which is on a cosmic scale of like villainy. And so they're going to do the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, which is going to show people with powers on just a huge level.
Wow.
And so,
Do you think they'll really do that?
no, that's already their plan.
Oh my goodness.
So like,
That's gonna be nuts. Just 'cause
No.
I don't know anything about that stuff.
it's going to be mind blowing. Like, there's going to be so much good stuff to come out of this, and
Do you think that it'll be this good though?
Yes.
The whole time.
no, it's going to be good. Like,
Wow.
okay,
That is a
the
bold
number one grossing movie of all time is Avengers.
Wow. Well, they better not mess it up. Then.
Yeah, like, they already have Joss Whedon signed up to do Avengers 2, and so, like, I have really good, strong hopes that he's gonna be able to, like, help everything tie in, because, like, he's gonna have to manage everything so that, or he'll have a hand in managing things so that it all sets up for Avengers 2, But I mean, that's basically when the Avengers fight Thanos.
Yeah.
But they're going to explain who Thanos is in the Guardians of the Galaxy movie. They're going to continue everyone's storylines with Iron Man 3, Captain America Winter Soldier, which is going to be when Bucky comes back as the Winter Soldier, which is going to be filthy.
Dude, I love Captain America.
Captain America
He is
so
my
good.
dude.
Yeah.
I could see, like, I'm not even trying to, like, say anything, but I could definitely see Captain America being a gay character.
Yeah.
Like,
We're really off topic, though.
word.
Like,
Okay,
Now
anyway,
we're just
phase
talking about
2,
movies.
cosmic stuff, and then phase 3, they're talking about they're going to shoot Hulk into outer space so that he can come back by Avengers 3, and Avengers 3 will probably be World War Hulk, which
Okay.
means that there might be some sort of Civil War movie thing,
definitely still not on topic. I just wanted to know if you guys think
but that will
Orson
bring a
Scott-
rise of video games.
Okay.
I personally think that it's really bold that he does that, because obviously it's going to be looked down on.
Mm.
I don't agree with that at all, you know, but
Mm.
at the same time, he is doing his thing. Like, that life is his personal life, and it's not related to his job in any way.
Yeah.
And it's kind of messed up. Like, I don't know. I
It
feel
sucks.
like people
Yeah.
have a right. People have a right to believe what they want, and they have a right to, you know. They're not fucking killing anybody, you know. He just has an opinion that's not the same as a lot of people right now.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel personally.
I mean, as long as it doesn't affect his work and he doesn't bring his beliefs into it, as long as he can just write good Superman stories, then it's fine.
Yeah. Word. Sorry.
Your feelings, Chad?
Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah, I pretty much agree. Like, I think that he shouldn't be judged just because of his beliefs. But the thing is, like, the thing that makes it touchy is that it's not just that those are his opinions. Like, he can actually put those opinions and has the power to make sure that those opinions stay the way they are around him. Because, like, he's on the board.
Yeah.
So,
That's true.
he's in a position of some power.
Huh.
Which is why people are not happy about that.
Well, I think that draws us to a close.
Yeah.
In conclusion, video game movies, they could be better.
Yeah.
And video games based on movies need to be better.
There is a lot of potential in that market, but I think it's going to be a few and far between kind of thing when it comes to video game movies. You can find us at facebook.com/TrollStompGaming, on Twitter.
At Troll Stomp Game In, no G.
Yep. And Flickr.
We do have a Flickr, I think. I'm
Is
pretty
it still
sure.
ugly?
You mean? Oh, you're talking about Tumblr.
Oh,
You don't
Tumblr.
want to follow us on Tumblr. It's bad.
Don't follow us on Tumblr yet.
No, we're gonna got Tycho to fix it up for me, because that dude is killing it at
Yeah.
all times with the design. So he's gonna beautify it, and then I'm gonna be tumbling so hard, man.
Hopefully, we should be getting our Cafe Press website up and running pretty soon.
And you guys
So-
can buy some sweet merch.
Yeah, some fucking merch, man.
Wear a shirt.
So yeah, keep an eye out on us for Cafe Press. This is Raccoon Chad.
I am Jossum.
I'm Fat Tyler 124.
And we'll see you next week. Bye.
Later.